Hi, Big Dreamers. It's Eva Cartman, host of the Dream Big podcast show, the place to go to learn, laugh, and grow. Today, I want to share with you a story of a modern-day explorer who year after year continues to accomplish feats that no person has ever done before, taking what most people view as impossible and literally proving it is possible. I am so excited to share his story with you, as he's the definition of a big dreamer, and I'm sure he will inspire you to dream big too. This is episode 169, Big Dreamers, and it's time to dream big. My name is Eva Cartman. I'm part of a squad of super kids that are here to change the world. We don't believe you need to be adults to have big goals and start working towards your dreams. We believe age is just a number, and you're never too young to make a difference. We may be young, but we are not naive. We understand that achieving our big dreams will not be easy. It will take incredible dedication, hard work, and yes, massive action. There will be ups and downs, but we embrace the challenges and relish pushing outside of our comfort zone because this is how we grow. They may not teach us these concepts in our school textbooks, but we are smart enough to know that the tools and tactics to achieve our big dreams are out there, and we are willing to do the work to seek out these skills and master them because we know that our future depends on it. We are the Big Dreamers, and it's time to dream big. Before we jump into the content of this week's episode, let's start with the segment we like to call Silly Sophia.
Why did the teddy bear say no to the dot? Because she was stuffed. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Between us, something smells.
Thank you, Sophia, for bringing our family and all the Big Dreamers some holiday cheer. This episode is being published on December 23rd, 2019. So if you are listening to this soon after its publication, I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. And if you're celebrating any other holiday, we wish you a wonderful week with your family and friends. This past month in my class at school, we are learning about the great explorers from history, from Marco Polo to Christopher Columbus to Francis Crick and Charles Darwin. There is a rich history of explorers who went into uncharted territories to discover new lands, risking their lives to do so. My amazing teacher, Mrs. Angel, shared with us that there are also, even today where we have a complete map of Earth, there are still courageous explorers who are accomplishing feats never done before. One such explorer is Colin O'Brady. Mrs. Angel shared that currently Colin and his team are attempting to row across Drake's Passage, from the southern tip of South America to Antarctica. Drake's Passage is the most dreaded bit of ocean on the globe, and in order to accomplish this feat, Colin O'Brady and his crew of 6 will be rowing 24 hours a day in a continuous 90-minute rotation for 21 days straight. The crew will endure the iciest waters in the world, freezing temperatures, high winds, up to 50 feet high ocean swells, all while operating on limited sleep. Having never rowed a boat before, Colin will be on a mind-over-matter mission requiring courage, grit, teamwork, and stamina to complete the voyage in 3 weeks to the frozen continent. Colin has partnered with the Discovery Channel to document the journey, and if you are listening to this near the publication date, we will be posting links in the show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/169 to a website where you can track the team's progress and receive daily updates. It has been fascinating to follow. My teacher in class said that they really want Colin to be on the podcast, so hopefully he'll agree to come on. But currently he's on a rowboat on his way to Antarctica, so I'll have to reach out when he is back home in the new year. But I was so excited about this journey that I wanted to tell you all about it so you can follow along. And in doing research on Colin, I discovered that while this is an incredible feat he is working towards, it should be no surprise if you look at his life history. Colin also holds a world record for completing the Explorers Grand Slam in just 139 days. To do this, Colin summited the tallest peak on each of the 7 continents, including Mount Everest, and skied the last degree to the North and South Poles. Fewer than 50 people have ever completed this staggering achievement, and only 4 in under a year. But Colin was not even close to done. In 2018, Colin took on the 50 U.S. high points. After a 1,300-mile journey in 21 days, 9 hours, and 48 minutes, he completed the 50 high points challenge, setting a new world record. And most recently, just over a year ago, Colin completed the world's first solo, unsupported, and completely human-powered crossing of Antarctica. He didn't have any resupplies. He did not use dogs or kites. For 54 days, Colin was all alone, pulling his 300-pound sled over 930 miles, battling wind chill as low as minus 80 degrees, paralyzing whiteouts, and extremely high winds. As you can tell, I'm so fascinated by people like Colin who push the limits and do what most people would think is impossible. I hope to have Colin on the podcast in 2020, but in the meantime, there's an amazing TED Talk that I encourage you all to watch, which gives you a glimpse into the mindset required to set out to accomplish feats that have never been done before. What's so amazing about Colin's story is that he actually suffered terrible burns when he was 22, and the doctors were not sure he would be able to ever walk again. His mom was incredibly supportive and asked him to set a goal while he was recovering. He decided he wanted to run a triathlon, and not only did he complete the triathlon, which he had never done before, but he actually won the race with 4,000 other runners. And of course, as I have already described, that was just the beginning of what he would set out to accomplish. At the end of his TED Talk, Colin shared a very powerful lesson with the audience before receiving a well-deserved standing ovation. Colin took a rock out of his jacket pocket and explained that it was a small rock from the summit of Mount Everest. Colin carries the rock with him wherever he goes, and it reminds him of his untapped potential. As Colin sets new goals and encounters obstacles, this rock reminds him that even the world's tallest peak, Mount Everest, can be broken down to its smallest parts, a bunch of small rocks stacked on top of each other, many steps leading to the summit. Colin then challenges the audience to remember his story and remember the rock in moments of self-doubt. And know that if you don't quit, if you keep pushing forward one step at a time, you can accomplish your big dreams. And what a great lesson for us all to keep in mind as 2019 comes to a close and we start to think about what we want to accomplish in 2020. If Colin can set a world record for the Explorers Grand Slam, the U.S. 50 high points, walk 960 miles across Antarctica, and row across Drake's Passage, then certainly we can accomplish our dreams too. As always, thanks so much for listening. Be sure to check out the show notes at dreambigpodcast.com/169. I'll include links to where you can get live updates of Colin and his team's progress as they attempt to cross Drake's Passage. And the TED Talk is also amazing, so I'll include a link to that as well. And I will definitely do everything I can to get Colin onto the Dream Big podcast in 2020 once he is safely back home to tell us about his incredible journey and give us more insight into the mindset it takes to accomplish your big dreams. And it is hard to imagine dreams that are much bigger and bolder than what Colin has accomplished in his life. If you enjoyed this special episode, it would mean the world to me if you take a moment to leave a review on iTunes at dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. And it really does make my day to hear from you and know that the hard work we put in each and every week to bring you a new episode every Monday is making a difference. So if this podcast is helping you, then please ask your parents to help you leave a review at dreambigpodcast.com/iTunes. It also helps our position in the iTunes rankings so we can reach more young big dreamers and bring you amazing guests. A few more announcements. We're going to be pulling down the beta of the Dream Big Academy. So if you're listening to this in 2019 and haven't already received my free Confidence Secrets course, then make sure you go to dreambigpodcast.com/beta while it is still available for free. The beta includes 1 hour of me teaching you about how to grow your confidence, which is the key to going after your big dreams. And that's all for today's episode. As always, thank you so much for tuning into the Dream Big podcast, and happy holidays to you and your family. This is Eva Cartman reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional, you need to make them essential. So take massive action to turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life was meant to be. I'll see you next episode. Bye!